Okay, so I'm going to do this one, show you that you could have gotten this value right here and this value without having to use StatCrunch. I will find this by taking the p hat. Remember, the p hat was given. This is p hat is 0.41. So you do 0.41 minus your P, that's going to be in your claim. That's 0.45. And you divide that by the square root of, you do 0.45 because they want the P, okay? That's what's in your claim, times, now if P is 45, then Q is 1 minus 45. And I believe that's going to be 55.55. And then, so you multiply those two together, and then you divide that by N, and in this case, N is 100. So 0.45 times 0.55 divided by 100, and then you take the square root of that. So you calculate that in your calculator, and let's see, and get this one pulled up real quick. Okay, so I just want to do a fraction bar. That's the easiest thing to do. Fraction bar, and I'm going to do 0.41 minus 0.45. And then on bottom, I want to do another fraction bar. And actually, I want to put a square root. Oh, okay. So I'm going to do a square root, and then I'm going to do a fraction bar. And then I will delete this one when I get over here. So I'm going to do 0.45 times 0.55. And then on bottom, I'm going to type in 100. And then when I go over here, I'm going to just do delete. There we go. So that should be the exact same value that I got. Z equals negative 0.8. So that's the same calculation that I got by hand. And then you use the Z table. If Z is negative 0.8, negative 0.8, there's the negative 0.8. And then the 0 is way over here. So there is negative 0.8 and 0. So this number right here, negative 0.8 and 0, this is the number that I'm interested in. That is, what did I just find? That number right there is P, my P value. So, and don't get that confused with the proportion. I'm talking about this P value right here, my P value. Now, StatCrunch said it was 2.107. And what did the table show us? 2.119. So it is a little bit of difference. That's because this table is using round off error, and it wasn't exactly 0.80. Remember, we rounded off, and so the fact that we're looking up a rounded off number means that we're not getting the exact value, but that's okay, because when we come over here and we compare 0.2119, if we change this to 0.2119, it's still going to be bigger than the alpha. So it would not change the interpretation of the outcome. So I thought I wrote that. And then you look this up on Z table, and get P equals 0.2119. And maybe I should be more clear here, not P, but p-value. So we look up that, we got p-value. So this is doing it by hand. We got the exact same numbers that we got when we used StatCrunch. This was StatCrunch, okay? So again, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, if you do it by hand, then I'm going to want to see that calculation. If you do it by using StatCrunch, then just be sure you tell me, like StatCrunch gives, and then, you know, a test statistic and a p-value. So be sure you tell me. In the next video, I will show you how to use the calculator. I'm probably not going to do this problem. I'll probably do this problem right here on the calculator. Okay. And that way I'll be covering all my bases.